Well, hello there. Hey, how we doing today, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Post-Gym Pondering. Episode 7 today. Beverage of choice being the Ghost Energy Blue Raspberry Sour Patch Kid flavor. Honestly, one of my favorites. I feel like people either love or hate the Sour Patch Kids flavors. You know, let's be real. Orange cream and like sour pink lemonade. I've never tried sour strips, unfortunately. I really want to, but that first sip, man. That first sip is lovely. We hit shoulders and arms. It was a great workout today. Great one to follow up legs always, just because it's a nice upper body day. Unfortunately no chest, but it is what it is. And Jasper's clawing, and I don't know where the spray bottle is. There it is. Get wrecked, nerd. Honestly, if you think like cleaning for a job in general is like stupid and like should be looked down upon, or you do look down upon people with some sort of cleaning job or like janitors or something, dude, honestly, fuck you. Cause not even cause like, oh, I went through it and you don't understand, but like I did go through it, and not necessarily that you don't understand, but like I do understand, and like them people are warriors. And like, just cause you see a janitor, like, some type of cleaner like in a bad mood one day, like lay off. You don't understand. Just like we don't understand your life and your stresses and your struggles, so that goes for anyone and everything, honestly. Like, you see someone in a bad mood, you see someone having a bad day, you don't agree with how somebody handles a situation, like at the end of especially if you don't really know them, like if they're a close friend or a family member or a significant other, or your kid maybe or something like that, like then yeah, obviously you gotta say something. But like if it's just a stranger, as long as it didn't like affect you in a really bad way, a really negative way, like just assume that they're going through something, and assume like they got a lot on their plate, and just like let it be. Best way to live, in my opinion. But I actually strained something in my upper left back, not from the pull-ups. It was really stupid. I was actually just lifting up my bar above my head, because I was doing seated skull crushers, which, by the way, I'll throw that tracker up right now. Did like a little swinging motion because it's a heavy bar that I'm trying to get above my head. Yeah, I don't know. It tweaked something in my back, and I feel like it could be partially due to the fact that my back is pretty shot by the end of the week, because Monday we have bicep back day, and I do 100 pull-ups that day too, which is also maybe shouldn't be doing, but you know what, I'm gonna keep going. I'll manage. I'll keep an eye on it. Something that just crossed my mind earlier today, actually. If you're looking to improve your life, you're looking to make improvements, whatever, or if you're looking to learn a new skill, whatever it may be, a lot of people do very well keeping up with their habits, their healthy habits, their good habits, their positive habits, like journaling and eating healthy, going to the gym throughout their week, throughout their like work week. But oftentimes when Friday afternoon, Friday evening through Sunday come around, a lot of people get lazy, and a lot of people say, oh, it's the weekend, it's time to relax, it's the weekend, I earned it, I was good all week long. I don't like hearing those excuses. And again, I mean, I was even worse than that at one point. Like there was one point in my life where it was party all the time, when I was in the midst of college. It was basically party all the time. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying you have to work out 7 days a week and eat to a T the perfectly healthy diet for you. And I'm not saying like there's never a time to enjoy a piece of cake or a few drinks or whatever it may be to celebrate an accomplishment or a holiday or of someone's birthday, your birthday. I'm not saying that you can never do these things. I'm not saying like never enjoy life. The point of life is to just be locked in and never experience joy ever. No, I'm not saying that either, but many people will set a goal of living a healthier lifestyle, right? And that involves going to the gym, eating a healthier diet, cutting down on drinking, etc., right? And oftentimes Monday through Friday, it's really easy because you're in your routine. You go to work, and then after work or before work, whatever it is, you go to the gym, and then you come home and you have all your meals planned out and timed and whatever, and you do well. But then, the weekend comes, and there again, oh my goodness, what a long week, what a tough week. But You know what? I did good. I deserve it. I deserve this. And then all of a sudden you're door dashing a bunch of junk food, fast food, and you're going out to the bars and you're getting hammered and drinking just hundreds, if not thousands of wasteful, useless calories. And again, you know, I'm speaking out of experience. Yeah. We could spend a whole lot of time talking about how undisciplined and lazy and self-sabotaging I used to be. But I speak from experience, and now I'm talking about these things and using what I've learned to try and communicate to other people out there who might be in similar situations, might be stuck in similar feedback loops that I used to be in as well. And let me tell you, I know you think that you have to keep doing it. You have to keep making those appearances. You have to keep going. Otherwise, oh, but this person's so cool. That person's so cool. We have this and that we do together, and and I don't want to lose out on that. And if you're worried about losing relationships with certain people, and you think the only way to keep those friendships going, or maybe the only way that you'll keep those friendships going is if you continue to go out and continue to drink and continue to whatever with these people. If that is truly like the only way that you know for a fact that those people will stay friends with you, I don't care what you think they're adding to your life, dude. You got to have some more respect for yourself, and you got to get out of there. And you got to truly focus on yourself and worry about yourself. Because at the end of the day, like, do you really even want to be going out like that anymore? Do you even want to be going out to the bars like that anymore and waking up and barely remembering what happened and then checking your bank account and seeing a $60, $70, $80 DoorDash charge? At the end of the day, we have to step back and evaluate sometimes and think, are these relationships worth it? Because, and let me tell you this too, if you're asking yourself the question of, man, is this relationship worth it? Are these friendships worth it? Like, do I want to continue to keep these people in my life just because we have this history, whatever it may be? Like, maybe you used to be roommates. Maybe you were just really close friends for a certain number of years. Maybe you're childhood friends, grew up together. But now you've entered a stage in your life where you're like, hey, I want to start focusing on some different things. I want to start like learning new skills. I just want to start like evolving and changing and growing because I have a vision for my life that I want to accomplish. And if I don't go after that, if I don't at the very least try my hardest to get to this vision, even if I don't accomplish it, even if I never get anywhere near it, I will at least know that I tried. Like, you're at that point in your life and you're asking, like, maybe are these friendships really worth it? Do I really want to keep going out and spending my time in ways that I don't even want to, just to hold on to these relationships and friendships that I might not even really care about all that much anymore? But what it is you feel like you do. And I'm not saying you don't have genuine connection or genuine friendship with some of these people, but that's the thing too, is like, I'm not saying you have to text these people or call these people or go over to this person's house and be like, hey, F you, I'm done with you, I don't want to ever see you again, you're lazy, you're a bum, done. No, like, definitely don't do that. You don't even need to say anything. It's just, do this for me. When your friends text you today, or if they've already texted you, just be like, hey, I'm actually not going to be able to make it tonight. I'm not going to be able to, I won't be there. Put your phone down, put it on Do Not Disturb, turn it off, whatever. Don't focus your time on them. Don't worry about their reaction. And then use that time that you've now just freed up to focus on the things that you truly want to focus on. This is a hard thing to do, but the more you are able to get yourself to do it, the more and more you're going to understand how to value your time, and you're going to understand that you need to value your time. It can be a really hard thing to do, to cut off relationships, friendships that have been around for a long time, but once you've made the realization that you're kind of moving into a different phase in life, like, you owe nobody an apology, you owe nobody an explanation, you owe nobody anything, really. And oftentimes a lot of people will kind of respond to this negatively. They're not going to be supportive of you. Are she going to get a little mad, angry? They might even like curse you out. It could happen. That's just their way of saying like, hey, how come you're trying to improve your life? Now that makes me look bad and makes me feel bad. And now I feel like, I need to do something, but I don't want to do something. So instead of that, I'm just going to get really mad and I'm going to, try and make you feel bad and try and drag you back down here with me. And, that's not to say like they're a bad person or whatever. Like, I'm not trying to say that either. It does appear that way, but like they're not really in control of that response, if that makes sense. Like, that's not really them, the person, the being saying that. That's their ego, that's their subconscious. And so they're not really in control of that response. You can gain control of those responses, but it's a process. And again, you have to work at it. And from my personal experience, that just one day something's going to happen. You're going to hear something, see something, think back on something, and something's going to click. Something's going to click. At least that's how it happened for me. It's just one day something kind of clicks for one reason or another. And it's like, oh. And then after that, again, in my experience, it's just like a snowball effect. And at first, you got to work hard. You're packing snow together. You're not even really rolling the ball. You're packing snow together. You're begging it to stick together. It's not the best snow to make a ball, to make the base of to make a snowman, right? It's not the most sticky. It's a little too cold for that. It's a little fluffy, but like you're packing it together and you're using the heat of your hands to make it stick. And okay, it's you finally got something now. Now we're pushing it along, but it's not very even. So you kind of got to kick it. We're bending over really far. It's kind of hard on our lower back, but we're bending over and we're rolling it. But then all of a sudden, now it's like a big ball. And when you're standing up, you can put both hands on it in front of you and you're just kind of pushing it. And then all of a sudden you're looking around it and you're just like, oh wow, hey, we're almost to the top here. And then after that, it's like a big, well, maybe like a more gradual slope down. But, I talk about the power of momentum and like the snowball effect a lot. It's true, because you start adding a habit here or there, and then after a couple months, you're like, oh my gosh, this has improved my life so much. After a while, you start kind of just implementing things without really even realizing it. Like, it just becomes second nature to kind of find small little minute things that you can plug in to help increase productivity, to help, make your life better. Guy named Jocko Willink talks about this concept that he refers to as discipline equals freedom, where basically it seems paradoxical up front, but the more disciplined you are, the more like restrictions you set on yourself in your daily life, the more freedom you end up with in the long run, right? So like if you make yourself, no matter what, you go to bed at 10 p.m. every day and you wake up at 5 a.m. every day, okay? And right away when you wake up in the morning, you go and brush your teeth, and then you get to the gym right after that. Say you're at the gym by 5:30. You're in there for an hour, leave by 6:30, back home and showered, ready for work by 7. You go to work, you're there at 8, clock in, leave at 4, 4:30, 5 o'clock, whatever it is. Get home after that, cook supper. Maybe you're trying to figure out your way on social media and content creation. So you get home, maybe you had something recorded already, maybe you have something you've been editing on, but whatever. You have a chunk of 2 to 3 hours where you're just going to sit down and work on content. That's just your routine every single day. Like whatever it may be though, like that's just an example, but you have a set routine every single day. And yeah, on the weekend it can change a little bit. But like, it shouldn't be, oh, it's the weekend, so I'm going to lay in bed all day and I'm going to eat crap and I'm going to scroll TikTok for literally 6 hours, or I'm going to watch Netflix all day. Like, yeah, if you want to sleep a little longer, cool. If you want to spend a little more time on social media or Netflix, cool. But you should still be doing those good things, right? You should still be making an effort to eat healthy. You should still, I try and stretch every single day of the week. Just get outside, go for a walk if weather permitting. It goes back to like, the weekends are just so destructive for a lot of people's goals and dreams, because we're told as a society, like, because the whole 9-to-5 job for 40 years and then you finally get to retire when you're starting to, get gray and old and you can enjoy your life for a little bit. You know, maybe you get 15 years of retirement if you're really lucky. But like, dude, this has been just drilled into our heads and previous generations' heads. So now we've gotten to a point where it's like, work like a dog, live for the weekend. In my case, for a long time, just do anything and everything, not even give yourself the opportunity to think about the shitty life you have to go back to when Monday comes around again, right? And yeah, instant gratification works in the instant moment, right? But boy, when it wears off and you're back to reality, it really sucks. But that's the thing with this whole like, promotion of the weekend being for letting loose. And again, from time to time, yes, but every single weekend, no. That's just not good. And that's the thing is like every single weekend for me was a thing, and then it didn't take all that long for every single weekend to start leaking into the week, leaking into Thursdays, leaking into Wednesdays at one point. But yeah, we have to realize that like, doing things that are going to be worth it in the long run don't feel like they're worth it in the short term at all. Like they actually feel like they can feel like a waste of time if you have a really bad mindset about it. But we have to understand that, they're not a waste of time, and we just have to remain consistent and understand that like it's a process and fall in love with the process and keep on going and say no to those distractions, because that's the point. Like they want us to be distracted. They want us to fall off our purpose. They want us to not be consistent. They don't want us to build momentum, because momentum can be a dangerous thing and a scary thing, a really good thing for you as a person. When it's going in the positive direction, but like negative momentum's a thing too. Like I was just talking about, like how partying every single weekend when I first got to college started bleeding into the week. And like I based my self-worth around how much I was partying and how many people liked me. How many people, like when I walked into a party, I could just walk up to and talk to and just be drunk as fuck with, and thought that was so cool. At the same time, it was a fun time, and it can be done in moderation again every now and then. But like, I'm talking about my own experiences where at a point in my life, I was getting severely hammered, usually 4 days a week for a stretch of months. And I know that's like child's play to some people's stories, but I made the realization pretty quick, thankfully. But yeah, guys, I think we'll leave it there. I don't know. There was about 6 different times in this video where I was like, I don't know that I'm making a shred of sense, but that's all right. We're here to have fun. We're here to just kind of, sorry, I kicked the table again. I need to quit doing that. Here to have fun. We're here to improve. It's not even been a month, and like I've talked about before too, we have to think in terms of years and decades, and obviously, plan out in the months, but don't expect to get everything you've ever wished for in half a year, is what I'm trying to say, guys. So again, we'll leave it there. I appreciate you watching episode 7 of Post-Gym Pondering. I truly appreciate every single one of you who's out there engaging with these videos, interacting with these videos, and giving me a chance, because I'm only going to get better, and pretty excited about this, man. I'm more and more excited every day, every single time I record one of these videos. Yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.